I have 3 years old daughter, and she used to go to school. Initially, she was going to the Japanese Hoyuken, and the Hoyukens are really good. Japanese Hoyukens are really good.
One thing that is different here in school and back in India is in India we are very competitive. That competition is almost not existent in Japan.
I mean, like, how is the Japanese life?
It's actually really good. Unlike other Western countries, we find a lot of similarities here. A lot of similarities. It's actually much better, cleaner, and safe.
Hey guys, this is Jun from Tokyo. Today we came to Nishikasai. Nishikasai is like well famous for people from India. So we would like to ask them how's the life in Japan. Is there any like big difference between like Japan and India? And also, was there any big surprise for them? Also, is there any advice if the people from India come to Tokyo? Is there any tips? Okay, let's start. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Santosh and I stay in Nishikasai and I teach at Temple University, Japan.
Oh, nice. How long have you been here? How long have you lived in Japan?
This time I came in the month of May, so approximately 7 months.
Oh.
But before I was here from 2004 till 2011. So at the time of tsunami, I returned to India.
Oh, okay. Well, like firstly, what was the trigger? Like you came to Japan back in 2004.
I like Japan. When 2004 I was here, I loved the life here. I liked the life here, and I think it's a very good place to work, earn your living. Very nice, clean place. So I loved Japan. So I came back. I would love to work here.
Okay. What is the difference between like India and Japan? What is a huge difference?
One of the most important huge difference is cleanliness.
Cleanliness.
Now, for example, if you see here on the road, there is no dirt, no dust, no garbage, which is not there in India. We are not that clean. One. Second is things just work here. Trains are always on time. Uh, even even if there is earthquake or typhoon or tsunami, everything works fine. Shops are available even at night till late night. Convenience stores are available throughout the night. I missed that part in back in India.
Was there any like surprise for you? Like so, like you imagine like oh, how is Japan, and then like you actually came here, and then what is this? Is there any surprise? Is there like any like image difference, like real Japan and like image Japan?
No, I didn't find any difference. That what I was having the image, and that I came here. It was very surprising that back in India people know so less about Japan. In India, people want to go to US, UK, and very less number of people come here. That's surprising actually. I didn't find any difference, and in fact, I was happy after coming here. So initially, there were little hiccups, but those were minor.
Was there any difficulty?
Language was a difficulty for me. I think I should have learned Japanese before coming here. Now also, I don't speak Japanese, and that's not a difficulty in the sense because I don't know the Japanese, so nobody cheats me here, so that's very good. But I'm not able to make friends with the Japanese. If I go to the Japanese office or Japanese shop, I'm not able to communicate, so that's the problem. But otherwise, it's okay. My wife speaks good Japanese, so when we go out, we don't have much issue. But if I start speaking Japanese, I can make many friends. I can understand local culture. I can understand local food. So that will be benefit. So I think I should learn Japanese. I'm learning, but I'm slow.
You said like your daughter is going to the school here.
Yeah, she goes to the school here.
Okay. How is it? Like, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, that school is Indian school, international school.
Okay.
GIIS,
Yes.
Indian International
My
School.
daughter is also.
Yeah. So that's so it's not much difference. back in India also, she was just walking to the school. It was 5 minutes. Here also 5 minutes. One thing that is different here in school and back in India is, in India we are very competitive. That competition is almost not existent in Japan. So I think if she decides to go back to India in future, she will have a difficult time.
Okay, got it. What about the religion? I personally interested in like the religion, like the
Religion.
yeah. Do you have like, any religion?
Yeah, by birth we are Hindus,
Yeah.
but that really doesn't matter much. I mean, whatever our religious practices are, we are able to follow inside our home. Our festivals we celebrate here. For example, a few days back, Indians come together and celebrated Holi, where many Japanese also joined. And I'm able to visit the temple here. I go to the one of the Indian monastery here on weekends, and that's fine. I don't have any issue, no problem.
I have a final question. So, if you have a people in India back in India, and then they want to come to Japan, is there any advice to them?
Yeah. So here I teach in Temple University. Back in India also I was teaching in business school. So that time I used to go to the engineering colleges and used to give an 1 hour presentation on why Indian students should learn Japanese and go to Japan. So I encouraged many people to go to Japan, and I think Indian students should consider and think about Japan. One is main advice to them is they should start learning Japanese. That will really help them. Second is
To like to be part of the community,
pardon.
to be part of the community, like learning Japanese.
What I realized in Japan is that Japanese people and Japanese companies are not willing to hire the people who do not speak Japanese. So if they learn Japanese, even if conversational Japanese, the doors will open for them, and then they can learn, they can build further. So that's I think is more change required on the Japanese businesses also and Indian students also.
Okay. You wanna like give the advice like uh, one more thing?
Yeah. So that's what I advise them, and I would advise them if they can visit Japan even for a short trip of 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 2 week, come here for internship. No, that will change their perspective, because from back in India, they have some misconceptions about Japan, and if they come here, they will realize that this is much better than even going to US or UK.
What is the like misunderstanding?
Misconception.
Yeah.
One is Indians are very touchy feely about the food, and many people think that they will have to eat anything after coming here, but that's not the case. You get everything here. Even Indian food, vegetarian is also available, so that's not a big problem. One. Second, when they don't know language, uh, for example, back in India or even in other country, if you go and if you don't know the language, people you will take your misadvantage. In Japan, nobody takes your misadvantage. In fact, people help you if you don't know the language. So that's a really good part. If they come here, they will realize that it's a better place to come and work.
Great, thank you so much. So, firstly, can you introduce yourself a bit?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Rutuja and I'm from India. And I have been living in Japan just more than 2.5 years. And here, right now, I'm living in Nishikasai. And in Nishikasai, it's been a year.
What made you just decide to come here? What was the trigger?
Yes, actually, my husband is here in Japan. He's been in more than 10 years
Really?
in Japan, and after marriage, I just came here.
I think this is big step, right?
Yes.
Well, how do you feel right now?
Right now, I'm feeling very good here in Japan. Um, Actually, I'm also an IT engineer and working remotely. Yeah, and I feel really very nice here in Japan as compared to India.
Is there any big difference between India and Japan? What is the biggest difference?
Uh, like safety concerns, like safety measures are
Oh.
really good here in Japan, and also the nature. The most attractive part is the nature. I like the
Nature. Okay.
here in Japan.
I don't really see like myself like there's not much nature here. I think.
Yeah, but I like environment.
Environment.
Yes.
Okay. What part of the environment you like? Like especially in Nishikasai, you talking about Nishikasai or?
No, not about Nishikasai, because the Nishikasai is completely centered in Tokyo, so it is a crowded area. But previously, I was living in Chiba, so I with my husband on holidays, we went to go on beach, and we used to do car rides during autumn season. Yeah, it is really fantastic and mesmerizing for me.
Okay. Do you see yourself like living in here for the future? You only like living 2 years now, but
No, I haven't decided it because our family is in India, like mother and father. So we haven't planned to live long here.
do you have kids here? Or-
Yes. I have 3 years old daughter, and she used to go to school.
Mhm.
Yeah. Initially, she was going to the Japanese Hoyuken, and the Hoyukens are really good. Japanese Hoyukens are really good here in Japan, and their curriculum, like daily routine of the kids, is very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say like the people from India. So let's say like we want to talk about like the people from India. Like so, if you have like advice to them, like people, they like if they want to come to Japan, is there any advice for them?
Yeah, actually, I want to tell, like initially I was very new to the Japan and the Japanese language, so it was very difficult for me to interact with Japanese people, because the major concern I think is the Japanese language. As if you are in Tokyo nowadays, everything, like every board signs are now, they are implemented in English,
Oh.
majorly in Tokyo area. But outside the Tokyo, like some regional areas, or uh, just outside Tokyo, it's little difficult to communicate with Japanese people and surviving. So it's better if you came here along with some good knowledge of Japanese, and the life is very easy. I like the Japan. I like also the public transports there. Japan is very clean.
The last guy
Safe.
said that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So last question. To be honest, is there any like bad thing, like bad side of Japan? If you have like couple of them, you can be honest.
I haven't came across yet.
Say again?
I haven't came across such bad thing till yet.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
just no, the people are very kind and helpful.
Mm,
Really generous.
the other way is is there anything you don't really like about Japan or Tokyo? Nothing? Really?
I don't think so, because I haven't came across such a not even single incident. Or
Sure. I mean, but like, do you like spend 2 years now? So
I don't
no, nothing.
remember.
Really? Okay. I mean, that's a good thing actually. Okay. Cool. Thanks so much. So, firstly, I would like to ask you like to introduce yourself.
I'm Farheen, and I'm a housewife, and I live in Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm Zaz. I work in Pepe. I've been here since 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to live in Kanagawa. Now recently moved to this Nishikasai area in Higashikasai to be.
Okay. Like, Firstly, I would like to ask you guys, like, what was the trigger to come to Japan? Like, what made you decide to come here?
So, uh, how I came to Japan is that I did my masters in India. So you know Raktan, right? So Raktan people directly came to our college and they conducted interviews over there and they hired me from India itself. So that's how I came to Japan and she came with me after marrying me.
Back in then, like you know about Japan
Yeah,
well?
there are many seniors who get hired by Japanese companies. Yeah, they come to India and they select some premium institutes there, and yeah, they select some people, and that's how we know about Japanese hiring, like companies from Japan hiring in India. So yeah, we have a little bit of introduction about Japan and the Japanese companies, but not in detail. I learned more about Japan after coming here.
I mean, like, how is the Japanese life?
It's actually really good. Unlike other Western countries, we find a lot of similarities here. A lot of similarities. It's actually much better, cleaner, and safe, especially when it comes to safety. I can roam around at 2 at night.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, which I'll definitely miss in India. But main safety wise, it's very safe here.
Yeah, same. I like how clean it is, how organized people are, and how secure it is, especially if you are living with kids and all. Yeah, uh, it's overall a good experience. Yeah, definitely miss India when it comes to food and other language thing.
Language is also an issue.
Mm.
But yeah, once you are proficient or like comfortable with Japanese language, I think it's very easy to live here.
Is there any big surprise for you guys, like before you come to Japan and also after you came to Japan? Was there any like big like image difference?
So what I find surprising is yeah, people always talk about technology, how Japan is forward in technology, but the most surprising thing is for me is the transportation system here. Not the railways, the public transportation, but the roads itself, like the way the highways and the roads are being maintained. It's really surprising, like the planning and the execution. Yeah, if you look at some tunnels, some junctions in expressways, you think about how long they would have planned to build this and how long they would have taken to execute this. So yeah, that was a very surprising thing for me.
So like congratulations, you guys gonna have like kids soon, right? And then are you guys planning to have a kids here?
Yeah, we are planning to have the delivery in our country, India, and then around 3 months or 4 months after the delivery, we are planning to come back here.
Are you guys not scared to like raise the children here?
Not really. We were actually very. It was a pleasant surprise to know that there were so many benefits given by the government. Not just monetary, but assistance, daycares, and babysitting, free babysitting. There are so many things which the government provides here, and we were actually surprised by that. Yeah, so I don't think it would be a big difficulty, but still we would miss home and home cooked, some things which are associated with home and Indian upbringing. But it's fine, I think. When it comes to safety and good food and clean, clean water and all that, it's better here.
But the raising the child is like a little bit different, right? I mean, so you think about the career and like like the
Yeah.
study, like what is the education system?
Since we are living in Tokyo, we don't have to worry about that much because we have international schools here, um, IB schools and CBSE Indian schools here, and
Yes.
the community is good here. Even for vernacular language learning, we have classes here, so that is not a big issue right now. We are actually planning to join our kid, hopefully in a Japanese school in the initial days. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Can I ask you why?
to introduce our kid early on to the Japanese discipline and the cleanliness, the respect. We really appreciate that. So we wanted our kid to get a head start on that. Probably later. One drawback is English. Definitely, Japanese schools don't have English. So probably around in elementary or middle school, we would change to an international school.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you? Like,
Yeah, same thing. That was my idea to join my kid in the Japanese school. Uh, yeah, the main thing is language. So if they join a Japanese school, uh, like you don't get that familiarity with English. It's a well-known truth. But there are cons as like pros as well. You will get to know the discipline from the beginning itself, how to keep yourself clean. Yeah, yeah. Even I play badminton around here. So after using the court, we should clean the court by ourselves. So we always allocate 5 to 10 minutes for cleaning the court itself. So that kind of things you only learn when you join a Japanese school. But I don't know. I myself want my kid to excel in sports. So yeah, sports are also is also one other thing. But I need to see. Like we are yeah, it's just a starting stage. Yeah, we go with the flow. But yeah, there are thoughts.
is there like right now? Like, is there any challenge like living here? Like, is there any difficulties or something, or like things you don't like about Japan?
Despite it's technologically advanced, there are certain things where it's technologically behind also,
Like
like
government stuff?
yeah, filling out forms, and we can't really apply everything online. But
Oh.
now I think it's gradually moving digital. Yeah,
Before.
yeah. But still, there are some things which we need to fill out every time.
Which is troublesome then.
And language is a big barrier here. When it comes to jobs, I mean, I have a university degree. Still, I can't yet work here. I've been studying for working so that I can work here in future. So that was one big drawback. I thought because of aging population, I would get a job here quickly, but that was the other way around. Like it takes a long time if you don't have experience, or if you're not into coding and software, then you will take a longer time to learn the language and then get a job here. If you're in IT and software, you might get easily. You might get a job easily.
So even though like you speak English perfectly, but still, it's gonna be hard.
The currency value.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gradually decline. It's not. It's rapidly declining now. I don't know what the situation is going to be in future, but I
So you received your salary in yen.
in yen. But we Indians often convert that yen into INR, and we send home back home and for our own needs. I still remember there was a time during COVID, around 2020 August. It was in peak. The N value is very high compared to the situation now. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, we are not that particular about that as well. But yeah, currency is one thing, and other thing is yeah, you might have heard people are very kind. Especially when it comes to government related things, when you go to our office to get some certificates, yeah, they're very helpful. They just go out of the line to help you, even in railway stations and all. But there are still some places where people puts a step backward when it comes to foreign people. They just feel they just scared to uh, introduce or just do something out of especially when it comes to renting house and all. There are still some people who think, yeah, it's scary to have foreigners, and It's okay. It's a what do you say? It's a 1 in 100 situation. So not that something to be bothered about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final question. So, if you give advice to the people who, I mean, from India, like they like who wants to go to Japan, who wants to live in Japan, what is the advice for them?
Mm, First of all, don't come with a mindset of saving money. Yeah. With the currency value now, it's a bit difficult to save. But if you want to enjoy your life, if you want to enjoy a clean and say safe country, yeah, you're always welcome.
Learn the language as much as you can before coming to Japan. And if you're going to start a job here, it might be difficult. So be prepared for that. Don't have expectations like that you will get it quickly or that. And yeah, everybody are kind and respectful here, but don't once you get out of don't take it for granted. And once you get out of a city, don't expect any help. How to say? Don't expect any international community other than cities. I mean, it's tough.
Okay. So maybe like Tokyo is a bit different
It's a bit
from.
homogeneous here. There are many Japanese and very less foreigners compared to other, you know, multi like Dubai or US. You can't expect that kind of cultural heterogeneity here. But it's if you're living in a city and if you find places where you can find international communities, I think you'll settle easily.
Cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. How did you guys feel? We appreciate it if you make a comment, like, or even subscribe. And see you next time. Cheers.